Hello together, my name is Raymond and I will show you in this little video tutorial how to do modifications on images and objects of on Windows Universal applications. So primarily said, okay, it's zooming and swiping of images. So what we have here for first to go in there and to show what I want to demonstrate you is the zoom. Zoom is quite easy here. So this negative and positive zoom, and I will show you moving images, so wiping, or that's absolutely beautiful. So it's a positive and negative zoom, and beautiful, isn't it? And that's really done easy by the Windows Universal application, Windows UWP. So what we have here in our example is, we don't need this one anymore. We have here that's our XAML document, and we have here an image object. That's what you see here when we were running the application. And inside the image object, or the image tag there, we have to implement a small tag which is called render transform, image dot render transform. And then inside the render transform we have the sub element composite transform, and I gave it a name, so it's the name sub name of this transformation part is image transform. So what does it do? The image itself is shown here, but Microsoft did a small sub layer there where the real rendering happens. So this is the output, the rendered output, and this is the image, the control itself, the image, the information which is there. So that's and usually you have this one, and this works fine. But if you want to modify it, then you take this sub text. So and I implemented here the pointer wheel changed event. So I think you know how to do that. Just to say pointer wheel changed and then equals, and then there comes a new event handler. Okay, so and now when we go to this event, here remember there's a render transform, and now when we go to this event, go to definition, it's written in German, then we are here now in our wheel change event. So this is what happens when I scroll the wheel. Pointer wheel changed. Now what we do here is we take the information, how much was the wheel change, was it moving to the frontward or to the backward, backside. So and then when we take this information, do some modification, and then we say the information, this render transform here, it's this image transform image transform with a property scale. Then we give it a new scale. We say, okay, the new scale is in that transform scale. It's the scale for the X horizontal and vertical. So we say, so we can zoom it, we can stretch it. That's absolutely easily. Rotation, translate. X is shifting, and what we do here is I take the information of the wheel point. This is the argument E. This is here pointed event, rooted event args E. From E, the current point where I'm actually on my image, over my image. So this is my point over my image. with the property mouse wheel delta. So this gives values between 120 plus or minus. In my case, I don't know if it's everywhere the same. And then I say, okay, when the scroll wheel goes positive, if it's positive, then make a zoom factor by 1.2, so it's 20% zoom or less 20%, so make it 100% or 120 or only 80%. And then I say, okay, this is the actual zoom scale. If it's already zoomed 500% or scale 5, when we have the scale 5 and want a scale to 6, so it's we have to add it. So we have the new scale is the actual scale plus the delta of the scroll, and then we say the new in the transformation or rendering matrix here in render transform, we want the new scale. There it is. So now when I run this, you will see this is absolutely easy. It's when I scroll my mouse positive or negative, positive for example, to the front, then it's decreasing. To when I scroll the mouse to the other side, then I have the other direction. Now we want to have a look on the wiping or moving or shifting of an image. It's also very easy. For this case, we need it's the same. That's why I'm explaining it in the same video. We have the manipulation mode of this element. We say here my manipulation mode of my image is translate X, translate Y, and the scale might be modified either by the mouse or by the fingers if you have a touchpad, or maybe with the ink. I don't know. With this new ink, where the build 2016 is today, they have this beautiful ink tool. So it's a pen. Yeah. Now that's the translate X. When we go there, and if I say alternate key plus enter, then I have the properties of my image here. Then I see here we have the zoom mode, automatically layout, where's it, interaction, the manipulation mode. Now here we see it's possible to take the translate X, translate Y, and here rotate. That's also easy. Scale. That's all what you need. The other one is always mixed mode and also all that stuff. Now to say to give a multiple property, so translate X or Y is here separated by comma. I don't know if comma is the right word. And here X, Y, and Z. X, Y, Z. And then we implement the the event manipulation started. Then what happens while we are modifying? So that's the delta, and then manipulation completed, and that's all what we need. Now we go there on the back side. We have here the manipulation started. What we saw there, I found this example also somewhere on the internet. We say, okay, when it starts, we give the image itself, not the render image, but the image itself opacity, so it's a light shade of gray or white. And at the end, when it's completed, we have to reset it back to opacity 1, so it's transparent. Not transparent, so that the colors are 100%, so that's better to say. And now this is very easy. It's when the manipulation happens, then we have to say, okay, the argument here, the E delta, the delta of my actual modification, E dot argument here, is the delta. There's also a lot of other stuff where is my actual position, my velocity, how fast am I wiping, for example. And then we need here the translation expansion when you're doing something like this, and there the x here or the y, and then we say to the existing translation, to the existing shift, I want some more shift, the actual more shift. This is always only a small amount, so that's when I start that. Then you will see when I have now my image here, as soon as I click the mouse, and as soon as I wipe it to the left side, then we get this the translation here it is. We have here a value by -3 point something else, and this -3 point something else is added to my actual position, which is at the moment at the beginning 0. So all we have to do is this little code, and this code works absolutely beautiful and fine. So I hope I could give you an idea how this works, and in my next tutorial I will show you how to get a fixed position there, because we have only moving, shifting, but it's quite good, but with a little bit more calculation you get it stable on there. If you like it, take a button there.